My name is Eric Kimberling, and I'm the CEO and founder of Third Stage Consulting. Third Stage Consulting is an independent and technology agnostic consulting firm that helps clients reach their third stage of digital transformation success. Essentially, what we do is we help clients through their entire digital transformation journey, beginning with the digital strategy and roadmap to the software selection, all the way through implementation and even post-implementation as well. We're tech agnostic, which means that we're not affiliated with any software vendors. We only represent our client's best interest, not software best interest. And having said that, because we're tech agnostic, we also work with all the different software vendors in the marketplace. Whether you're evaluating or deploying a system like SAP S/4HANA, Oracle, Microsoft, NetSuite, or any other solution out there in the marketplace, we have experience with it, and we can help you objectively and agnostically deploy those solutions. We have close to 100 different team members throughout the world. We're based here in Denver, Colorado, which is where I'm based, but we also have offices in Asia Pacific and Europe, Middle East, and Africa as well. So wherever you are in the world, Third Stage Consulting is your trusted tech agnostic partner that can help you through your digital transformation. So I started Third Stage Consulting in 2018 after having been in the ERP and digital transformation consulting space for about 20 years. And the reason I started Third Stage is because I felt like there was too much focus on software vendors and software vendor best interest in the consulting space. And I wanted to start a consulting company that put clients' priorities first, front and center. What that means is I wanted to start a company that wasn't conflicted by doing what's best for a software vendor when that might come at the expense of what clients' best interests are. And with failure rates as high as they are, and having seen how the industry really hasn't changed that much in the last 20 or 25 years, I felt that there was a better solution and a better answer for organizations that are looking for an alternative to the big 5 consulting firms or the big system integrators, a firm with a more boutique, niche-focused, but still a company with the scale and the team and the capacity to be able to help some of the largest organizations in the world through their digital transformations. So I started my career at one of the big 4 consulting firms back in the 90s, and I got to see firsthand how those big system integrators and those big consulting firms operate and how political they can become. And that was really the impetus for me wanting to start an independent consulting firm. Turns out it would be decades later before I actually did start that firm, but it was based on a premise that I had early in my career, and quite frankly, a frustration I had early in my career. Now, the name Third Stage is a rocket launch analogy. It's meant to represent what a digital transformation typically looks like. There's gravity, there's inertia, there's a lot to overcome to get a digital transformation off the ground, much like a rocket. And when a rocket launches, there's typically 3 stages it goes through. The first 2 stages are the boosters that get the rocket up into space. The third stage is what gets it up to its ultimate height and speed in orbit. And really, that's what Third Stage represents to our clients. Our goal is to help them reach that third stage of digital transformation success and ensure that they navigate successfully and effectively some of the risks that come along with that. Another fun fact, the name Third Stage and that whole concept of the rocket metaphor that I just mentioned is actually a concept I stole from the rock band Boston, which is an American band from the late 70s and early 80s. Their third album was called Third Stage, and they named that album after the rocket launch metaphor, and I just happened to borrow that concept from them. So that's the story behind Third Stage. One of the most important things that I focused on when starting Third Stage was to build a really strong team and a really strong culture. And it's one thing to hire a bunch of smart people that know what they're doing, but it's another thing to create a bunch of smart people that know what they're doing and are also strong cultural fits with what you're trying to become. So I'm not going to say that we hire the smartest people in the world, although I will say our people are extremely smart. It's not just intelligence that we focus on. We focus on people that really want to help and really want to care about clients, and they put their clients' interests first. We also tend to hire people that are knowledgeable of multiple types of technologies. They're not drinking too much of the vendor Kool-Aid. They're not stuck just in one segment of the ERP or digital transformation space. These are generally people that have a good understanding of a broad number of technologies and understand the realities of what makes a digital transformation succeed. Another litmus test I use, which may sound very superficial, but it's very important, is when we're hiring people for our team, we look at people that we just like to be around. It's people that we could imagine ourselves stuck at an airport restaurant for hours if our flight's delayed. That's how we ultimately choose the types of people we want to bring on to our team. And as a result, we've created that tight-knit culture, that collaborative community, and that ultimately is what our secret sauce is here at Third Stage. And one final thing I'll note about our team is that we tend to hire people that are not just technologists, but ones that are business oriented. They understand how operations work. They understand supply chains. They understand finance and accounting, warehouse management. They are very hands-on, so they're not overly academic and overly theoretical. They're people that really understand your business and how your operations work. Third Stage Consulting provides a number of tech-agnostic services to clients. As I mentioned earlier in this video, our services begin with digital strategy and software selection, but it continues into implementation planning and implementation readiness, as well as the actual implementation itself. I can summarize our services in a number of buckets, a number of categories. First is digital strategy, software evaluation, and software selection. This is that phase of the project where organizations often will hire us to help them figure out what their roadmap should look like, what technologies they should consider, and agnostically figure out what the best solution is or solutions are for their organization. We also help clients with implementation readiness and implementation planning. So once the software has been selected, now how do we create a program plan and a structure and a blueprint to ensure that the project is successful? We also provide program management during implementation. So once an implementation has begun, we will provide program management to manage all the different work streams of a project, including the technical, the people, and the process work streams of the project. We also provide organizational change management services. So organizations that are looking for help on the human side of adoption and user adoption, communications, organizational design, ensuring that the people side of the equation is treated just as, if not more important than the technology side of the equation. We also provide business process management services to help organizations optimize their future state operating model so that they're sure to get the most value out of their technology investments. And a final category of service that we provide to our clients is project recovery and expert witness services. So this is for clients that have already tried to implement a solution or solutions, project has gone off track and it's failed, or in some extreme cases, it's reached a lawsuit stage of legal action. In those cases, we'll come in to either help assess and recast a project to get it back on track, or we'll help provide expert witness testimony for those situations that are already in lawsuit stages. So if I were to summarize what it is Third Stage does, it's to provide technology agnostic services that sort of wrap around what a software vendor typically does. Software vendors are typically really good at deploying software, configuring software and deploying it, but they're not good at all the other stuff that goes along with a successful digital transformation. Things related to organizational change, program management, etc. So if you're looking for technology agnostic, objective, and unbiased advice and advisory services along the way, Third Stage Consulting is an answer for you. We work with some of the most forward-thinking and the most complex and the most diverse clients in the world. We work with all types of organizations ranging from Fortune 500 companies to multinational global organizations to small and mid-sized organizations as well. And whatever size organization you are, whatever industry you're in, we have offerings that scale to fit those different situations. We don't believe in a one-size-fits-all or cookie-cutter approach. We have senior enough and experienced enough people that we understand the blend of art and science to making a digital transformation succeed, and we apply those skill sets to our diverse client base. We work with manufacturers, distributors, retailers, industrial manufacturers, aerospace and defense, education, government, nonprofits, all types of organizations. And in fact, I would consider us to be industry agnostic in addition to tech agnostic. So those are just some of the examples of the different types of organizations we work with. And for a more complete listing of different clients in different industries, you can check that out on our website at thirdstage-consulting.com. So in addition to watching my YouTube channel and the Third Stage YouTube channel, which are two separate channels with different content, I encourage you to also check out some of the other resources available on our website. Every week we're posting new blogs, new videos, live discussions, live interviews, podcasts, and certainly white papers as well. So there's a lot of different reports and data and guidance and books and things of that nature that we provide on our website to ensure that your project is successful. And even if you're not ready to reach out to us yet and talk to us about how we can help you with your project, I encourage you to check out our website and some of the resources we have available. I've included a QR code right here on the screen that you can scan to learn more about our resources and to access some of our premium resources. But you can also go to our website at thirdstage-consulting.com. And if you're looking for a more personal touch and you'd like to brainstorm, even just informally, ideas related to your digital transformation or ERP implementation, I I encourage you to reach out to me. You can reach out to me directly. I'd be happy to chat with you. Myself and or someone from our team would be happy to chat with you about your project, what recommendations we might have for you, what advice we might give you based on where you are and what you're trying to accomplish, and really just a way to get to know each other. So please feel free to reach out. I've included my contact information on the screen here in front of you. I've also included my email address in the description field below, along with some of the other resources that I mentioned too. So I hope you found this information useful and hope to work with you soon. Focus and priorities, number one, front and center. Let me say that again. What that means is we're not conflicted, and ultimately most organizations don't reach their ultimate height in, let me say that again. It's people that we like to work with. It's people that we could imagine ourselves stuck at a hotel, restaurant, or not a hotel, airport, restaurant,